How do you think most Americans would react if they weren't feeling well, went to the doctor, and then were told that results would come back in maybe 2 to 5 years, but even then they may not get a true answer? I think it probably wouldn't go over too well, considering that a survey found that Americans on average start feeling impatient just 17 minutes after they've placed their order at a restaurant.
Then 96% of them will eat extremely hot food that they know could burn them.
The story that I just told is where I'm at after 30 years of top-notch medical care. However, it's not an unusual story for people living with an undiagnosed disease. Just add in about 1 million doctor's appointments and tests before they get to this stage of advanced genetic testing. I am one of approximately 3 million Americans living with an undiagnosed disease. However, I am one of the lucky ones because generally my muscle disease has been stable and I'm part of a lab that is not currently affected by cuts or pauses to funding. Although Congress approved funding for the Undiagnosed Disease Network, as of mid-April, it had not been released yet, which created a pause on all new genomic sequencing and model organism studies. Imagine having an undiagnosed disease that is getting worse, and the thing that's holding you back from getting answers is your government that you pay taxes for. The UDN gets about $18 million a year in funding, but that's spread out across the whole country, so it's really not a lot of money for the amount of work that needs to get done. But with that funding, they are able to accomplish a lot, but that's just because of how smart and hardworking the people that work at these sites are. To put that in perspective, Air Force One costs $200,000 an hour, no matter who the president is. And I always think of that whenever one of them goes on vacation or takes a meeting that definitely could have been a Zoom call. Even after genomic testing, about 60% of cases remain undiagnosed, which shows how much more research needs to be done. People familiar with the rare disease world will attest that the capabilities of scientific technology have the potential for a lot more impact in the rare disease space, but the one thing holding it back is funding. April 29th is Undiagnosed Disease Day, which is a lovely day to call your representatives to remind them that this type of funding saves lives and moves the field of medicine forward for everyone.